My country people, gather around. Let me tell you the story of Chidi. Now, Chidi was a normal guy in the village. His pocket was so dry, even mosquitoes ignored him because they knew he didn't have enough blood to spare. But one day, Chidi watched a video of an American motivational speaker on YouTube. The man in the video was shouting, "If you can dream it, you can grab it." Chidi's brain went boing. He stood up, looked at his reflection in a bucket of water, and said, "No more Chidi. From today, call me JSmart, Global Wealth Catalyst." My sister, JSmart did not have 500 naira in his account, but he went to the local tailor and ordered a suit. The suit was so shiny, if the sun shines on it, you will go blind. He started wearing it in the hot afternoon heat. Sweat was pouring, but JSmart said it was the oil of success. Let's keep going. Now, JSmart knew he couldn't speak normal English anymore. Rich people don't say good morning. JSmart started greeting people with, "May your morning be financially recalibrated." If someone said, "JSmart, I am hungry," he would reply, "Hunger is just a structural defect in your cognitive mindset. Restructure your appetites." The villagers were confused, but you know how our people are. Once you speak good English that they don't understand, they think you're a genius. Soon, JSmart started his Hairlights mentorship program under the big Iroko tree. He told them, "I don't teach for free. To tap into my global financial anointing, the commitment fee is 5,000 naira. People actually paid. JSmart was collecting their hard-earned money to buy data so he could watch more motivational videos. The scam was sweeting him. As the money started coming in, JSmart's pride went to the clouds. He decided to host a mega seminar in the town hall. Ticket price 50,000 naira. He advertised it everywhere. How to buy a land in Lekki with just your mindset. On the day of the seminar, the hall was packed. JSmart walked in like a king, wearing a brand new suit he rented from a wedding planner. He mounted the stage, took the mic, and started shouting, "If you are sleeping 8 hours a day, you're a criminal. Poverty is a choice. Look at your neighbor and say, 'Neighbor, why are you poor?'" The crowd was screaming, jumping, and catching fire. JSmart was feeling like Elon Musk. He thought he had made it. But you see, God is watching everybody. Just as JSmart was about to explain how to make your first million, the heavy back doors of the hall flew open. Bam! Enter Baba Ojo, JSmart's landlord. Baba Ojo did not wear a suit. He wore a dirty singlet, wrapper, and a bathroom slippers, and he was holding a megaphone. He marched straight to the stage. The crowd was silent. JSmart's heart entered the stomach. Baba Ojo pointed his stick at JSmart and screamed into the megaphone, "You this fake boy, you are teaching people how to buy land in Lekki, but you have not paid rent for your one-room face me I face you apartment for 9 months. You are owing me 18,000 naira. Give me my money." Oh, the embarrassment. The crowd started murmuring, JSmart is living in a face me I face you. He is owing 18,000 naira. Now, any normal person would run away. But remember, JSmart is a professional speaker. He didn't even blink. He slowly walked up to Baba Ojo, put his hand on Baba Ojo's shoulder, looked at the crowd and smiled. JSmart said into his microphone, "Ladies and gentlemen, please clap for Baba Ojo. This is what we call an interactive practical section. I brought Baba Ojo here today to show you what poverty mindset looks like. Look at him. He is focused on 18,000 naira while I'm trying to show him 18 million naira. Don't be like Baba Ojo. Avoid distraction." My sister, the crowd went wild. They started shouting, "Deep! This is deep! JSmart is a genius." Baba Ojo was so confused. He stood there blinking. JSmart then turned to Baba Ojo and whispered, "Baba, quiet down. After the show, I will pay you 30,000 naira from the ticket sales." Baba Ojo immediately smiled, took the mic, and shouted, "Yes, JSmart is the best. Buy his book." And that, my people, is how JSmart became the biggest motivational speaker in the land. My people, after JSmart successfully collected Baba Ojo's rent money to fund his dream, he said the village was too small for his global anointing. He packed his one traveling bag, took a night bus, and landed in Lagos. Lagos, the land where even the madness has a cooperative structure. JSmart arrived at 5 a.m. By 5:15 a.m., he entered a yellow Danfo bus. He wanted to sit like a billionaire, so he told the conductor, "Kindly transport my physical frame to the epicenter of commercial excellence." The conductor looked at him, hissed, and shouted, "Oya, hold your change, oh! No corporate madness here." Before JSmart could even look at his wallet, a pickpocket had already financially recalibrated his back pocket. His phone, gone. His remaining village change, gone. "Welcome to Lagos, Mr. Catalyst." But you know JSmart, he didn't even cry. He said it was a strategic disinvestment for a spiritual upgrade. He knew that to attract corporate clients, he needed an office address. He went to Ikeja to rent a virtual workplace. My sister, the price of the full office in the Lagos can buy a whole village in JSmart's house. So, he paid his last card for the cheapest package, the Ultra Micro Check Dex. Look at his executive corporate headquarters. The Dex was so small, if JSmart breathed too hard, he would blow away his neighbor's property. His desk mate was a guy named Brother Chinedu. He sold customized sweat-proof boxer shorts online. So while JSmart was on Zoom calls trying to look like a global consultant, Brother Chinedu would be in the background shouting into his phone, "Hello, yes, the extra large red boxers are available. It stretches." If client asked JSmart, "What is that sound in the background?" JSmart would quickly reply, "That is just my head of logistics managing our textile quality portfolio." We are expanding into wearable assets. Wearable assets? Imagine, the guy can lie for Africa. Now, a big CEO cannot work alone. JSmart needed a team, but because his bank account was reading negative balance, he couldn't hire real professionals. So he went to a nearby university campus and pasted a flyer, "Urgent vacancy, global interns needed for microeconomic disruption, earn in future value." 3 broke, hungry students fell for the trap. There was Tunde, who wanted to learn digital marketing, Blessing, who wanted to be a writer, and Emeka, who was just there because of the office had AC. On their first day, JSmart stood up, adjusted his shiny suit, and gave them a powerful orientation. Tunde asked the first dangerous question, "Sir, please, how much is the monthly transport allowance? Lagos transport is expensive." JSmart looked at him with deep pity. shook his head and said, Tunde, Tunde, Tunde. How many times will I tell you to delete the word allowance from your cognitive vocabulary? Allowance is for dependents. Here, we don't pay salaries. Salaries are a financial trap designed by the system to keep you mentally colonized. Blessing confusedly asked, So, sir, how do we buy food? JSmart tapped his forehead. You feed on the vision. What I am giving you is not money. I am giving you intellectual equity. You are not employees. You are visionary shareholders. When the global grants arrive from Switzerland, you will be counting your wealth in crypto vibrations. My people, the hunger in the interns' bellies went goggle goggle, but JSmart's big grammar was so sweet. They actually believed him. They sat down and started working for free. Tunde was generating leads, Blessing was writing motivational captions, and Emeka's job was holding JSmart's ring light during TikTok live sessions. For 3 weeks, the interns worked day and night on empty stomachs. Finally, Blessing managed to book a meeting with a major corporate client, Chief Alao, the CEO of a multi-million naira real estate firm. This was JSmart's big chance. They entered the fancy boardroom. Chief Alao looked at JSmart's shiny suit and asked, Young man, what strategy do you have to increase my sales agents' productivity? JSmart stood up, took a deep breath, and unleashed the ultimate vocabulary. Chief, the issue with your organization is a systematic lack of paradigm synchronization. Your workers are suffering from the acute motivational deficiency syndrome. My team has developed a proprietary algorithm called the Hyper-Accelerated Abundance Protocol. We will recalibrate their minds from local scarcity of global manifestation. Chief Alao was listening, totally hypnotized by the sheer density of words he didn't understand. He nodded his head like a lizard. Just as Chief Alao was about to sign a 2 million consultation contract, the meeting reached 1 p.m. lunchtime. Chief Alao, being a hospitable man, ordered the secretary to bring out expensive catering. Rice, fried chicken, plantain. The aroma filled the room. The interns' eyes turned red. Emeka almost fainted. Tunde's stomach made a sound like a faulty generator. Chief Alao smiled and said, Please, gentlemen and lady, eat before we finalize the paperwork. Before the interns could even reach for a spoon, JSmart quickly stepped in front of them, raised his hand, and said, Chief, thank you, but my executive team is currently on a 21 strategic corporate fast. We do not consume physical calories during high-level intellectual negotiation. It clogged the visionary pipeline. Look at their faces. If looks could kill, JSmart would have died and reincarnated several times in that boardroom. The interns were dying for food. You see, you can play with a Nigerian's mind. You can play with his time, but never play with his stomach. The moment they returned to the Ikeja office, the visionary shareholders transformed into absolute rebels. The intellectual equity had expired. Before JSmart could say paradigm, shift, Emeka grabbed him, Tunde seized his phone, and Blessing took the signed contract paper from his briefcase. They tied him to his executive plastic chair with a ring-like cord. JSmart was shouting, Interns, this is unprofessional. You are disrupting the corporate synergy. It's a test of leadership. Tunde backed at him. Synergy your head there. Boss, see, we have checked your phone. We saw the alert. Chief Alao has already paid a mobilization fee of 500,000 naira. Transfer our money now, or we will call the workspace manager and tell him you're a cyber criminal." Even Brother Chinedu from the other side of the desk looked over and said, "My friend, pay them oh, otherwise I will use one of my sweat-proof boxers to gag your mouth." Saying that the corporate grammar could not save him from the 3 hungry Gen Z interns and the boxer shorts merchants, JSmart's formatting immediately changed. He dropped the fake accent. Abeg, my children, it's okay. I am sorry. I will transfer it now. Blessing, please don't tear the contract." He quickly used his mobile app to transfer 100,000 naira each to them. The interns untied him, took their money, packed their bags, and walked out, leaving JSmart alone with 200,000 naira and a very bruised ego. Any normal person would be ashamed, but JSmart, never. He adjusted his collar, looked at his remaining 200,000 naira, and brought out his ring light. He set up his camera, smiled warmly, and started recording his next video. "Hello, my global family. Today, I want to talk to you about the pain of leadership. True leadership must be ready to be betrayed by those they build. I just gave 300,000 naira in seed funding to empower my core team to launch their own empires. True wealth is not about keeping money. It's about distribution to learn how to build a loyal team. Buy my new masterclass for just 20,000 naira. Hey, this guy's conscience is completely dead and buried. He converted an intern riot into a leadership seminar. But hey, that is Lagos for you. If you don't sell your story with confidence, the city will swallow you raw." And that, my people, is how JSmart survived his corporate baptism. But wait until you hear what happened when he took his money into the world of cryptocurrency in chapter 3. That one is a premium disaster. My people, welcome back to the channel. Now, after JSmart survived his angry interns, he realized one thing. Physically managing human beings is too much stress. If you don't pay them, they will tie you up with a ring light. He needed a business where he didn't have to face workers. He looked around Lagos and saw young boys driving big cars, wearing black hoodies, and talking about the blockchain. JSmart's eyes cleared. He said, "Aha, the future is digital." He immediately rebranded. He threw away his shiny polyester suit. Well, he actually kept it in his bag just in case, and bought a black turtleneck. He started calling himself a Web3 visionary, decentralized wealth architect. He didn't know how to code. He didn't understand mathematics. But JSmart knew how to write a white paper. My sister. His white paper was just a 3-page PDF document filled with big grammar. He called his new cryptocurrency Smart Coin $SMC. In the newspaper, he wrote, "Smart Coin is a paradigm-shifting, proof-of-vibe utility token designed to synergize African wealth through decentralized positive thinking, basically." The coin was backed by absolute nothing but JSmart's sweet mouth. But he announced it on TikTok with so much confidence. If you missed Bitcoin in 2009, do not let your ancestral curse make you miss Smart Coin today. Secure your financial destiny. Now, JSmart knew that tech bros in Lekki were too smart to buy a coin backed by vibes. He needed a fresh, unsuspecting audience. So where did he go? The local open market. He mounted on a tomato crate, cleared his throat, and started shouting into his megaphone. "Mamas, sisters, stop keeping your money in the bank. The bank is a centralized instrument of inflation. Buy Smart Coin." One of the market women, Mama Ngozi, who was frying plantain nearby, shouted back, "Hey, fine boy, What is coin? Can we cook it? Can we eat it with stew? The crowd laughed, but JSmart was a master of the game. He didn't blink. He pointed at Mama Ngozi's frying pan and said, Mama, excellent question. Let me explain the blockchain to you. If you sell a bunch of plantain to Mama Aisha on credit and you write it down in your book, that is centralized ledger. But if you shout to the whole market, Mama Aisha is owing me for plantain, and everybody in the market hears and remembers, that is decentralized blockchain. Nobody can delete the debt because the whole market is the witness. Smart coin is just like that plantain, but in the spirit realm of the internet. Look at Mama Ngozi's face. JSmart has turned plantain into technology. He told them, if you buy 10,000 naira worth of smart coin today, by next month, the coin will yield. Your 10,000 naira will turn into a brand new delivery bus for your business. The market women, dazzled by the plantain metaphor, started pulling out cash from their wrappers. Oya, buy for me. Put 5,000 naira for my own. JSmart was collecting the cash and writing down their names in a small exercise book. He told them their digital wallets were being hosted in a spiritual database. The scam was flowing like cold pure water. With the market women's money, JSmart's pocket swelled up again. To make Smart Coin look like a premium global brand, he announced the exclusive Smart Coin VIP yacht party and token burn event. He invited some micro-influencers and his biggest buyers. But because JSmart is a cheapskate, he did not rent a real yacht in Lekki. Instead, he went to a local jetty and rented a wooden passenger ferry, the ones they used to carry sand, and pasted Smart Coin banner over the rusty parts. The guests arrived dressed in white, expecting champagne and luxury. Instead, they were handed plastic cups of cheap local gin mixed with Fanta, and the DJ was playing music from a crackling Bluetooth speaker. To make matters worse, 20 minutes into the cruise on the Lagos Lagoon, the ferry's engine went shoo, and died. The boat had drifted straight into a massive forest of green water hyacinths. They were stuck in the middle of the lagoon, under the hot Lagos sun. The VIPs were crying. The white dresses were turning brown from dust and sweat. Giant mosquitoes were throwing a party on their necks. An angry influencer shouted, JSmart, what is the meaning of this? You said we were going to the moon. Why are we stuck in the bush? JSmart, sweating through his black turtleneck, stood on a bench and shouted, Guys, calm down. This is a physical representation of the market. Right now, the market is experiencing a liquidity freeze. The water hyacinths represent the bears trying to hold your coin down. But we are holding. We must have diamond hands. Do not panic sell. Just as he said do not panic, a giant worker snake popped his head out of the hyacinths. Everybody in the boat screamed and jumped into one side, almost capsizing the ferry. It was total chaos. The next day, the inevitable happened. The spiritual database crashed, which is just a fancy way of saying JSmart spent all the money on his rent and his tech bro wardrobe. The market woman found out that their 10,000 naira had turned into zero. They marched straight to JSmart's house with brooms, pistols, and frying spoons. They met him just as he was stepping out. Mama Ngozi grabbed him by his black turtleneck. You this thief! Where is my plantain boss? Where is my 10,000 naira? Any other person would have jumped the fence and run to Benin Republic. But JSmart's head is weird differently. He immediately put on his solemn, sorrowful face, fell to his knees, and started sighing deeply. He looked at the woman with tears in his eyes and said, Mamas, please, don't beat me. Beat the devil. Yesterday night, The global Web3 server in America were attacked by spiritual hackers from the Marine Kingdom. The enemy saw our progress and attacked our digital plantain. I am also a victim. I lost everything. But the Bible says, many are the afflictions of the righteous. The market women stopped raising their brooms, looking confused. Spiritual hackers? From where? JSmart quickly continued. Yes, but do not lose hope. I am already launching a new spiritual recovery program. It is called the Miracle Multiplier System. Instead of relying on technology, we are relying on pure faith. If you sow a seed of just 2,000 naira today, the heavens will force the hackers to release your money. Ha! Double scam. He is using the loss of his first scam to launch a second scam. My people, some of the women actually pulled out another 2,000 naira because they didn't want their initial money to go to the Marine Kingdom. JSmart took the money, blessed them, and vanished into thin air before they could change their minds. What a man! A tech bro without a laptop, a founder without a coin, a genius of the hustle. But wait though, now that he has scammed the market women and the tech community, where does a shameless man go next? My people, adjust your chairs because this chapter is full of premium pepper. After the market women and the water spirit chased him out of the crypto space, JSmart did a quick market analysis. He realized that in Nigeria, people can stop buying crypto, but they will never stop falling in love, crying over heartbreak, and arguing on Twitter. He said, if I cannot cure their poverty, let me cure their loneliness. For a small consulting fee, of course. He threw away his tech bro black turtleneck and bought a silky floral shirt that looked like it was stolen from a Nollywood lover boy. He shaved his beard into a sharp pencil line, put on some heavy vanilla perfume, and uploaded a new video online. He introduced himself as Dr. Smart, the emotional surgeon and executive love coach. His opening hook on TikTok was little. Are you single because your village people are holding your marriage certificate, or are you just dating with low vibration frequency? Let me perform surgery on your love life. My sister, within 48 hours, lonely hearts from Lagos to London were sliding into his DM, begging for his relationship therapy sections. The hustle had entered the spiritual realm of love. Now, JSmart knew how to play both sides of the coin. He decided to split his audience into two separate secret academies to double his profit. First, he launched the Alpha Vanguard Academy for men. The subscription fee was 15,000 naira. He gathered 50 young guys who had been heartbroken by Lagos girls and told them, gentlemen, the reason your ex left you is not because you are broke. It is because you suffer from hyper-emotional generosity. You were paying for food, paying for hair, paying for transport. You have colonized your masculinity with financial pampering. A true alpha male does not buy shawarma. A true alpha male offers mental security and intellectual dominance. He gave them a strict rule book. 1. If a girl asks for 2,000 naira for Uber, you must reply, I don't fund physical transportation. I only invest in your spiritual destination. 2. If she says she's hungry, tell her, hunger is a sign that your body is detoxing. Embrace the fast. The boys were furiously writing down notes. They felt so powerful. They thought they had finally cracked the code of dating Lagos girls for free. JSmart was collecting their registration fees with big, wicked smile. While the men were learning how to be stingy in the basement, JSmart rented a fancy hall upstairs and launched the Soft Life Goddess Circle for ladies. Ticket price 35,000 naira. He walked onto the stage with a gentle, soothing voice, looking like a man who understands the pain of womanhood. He looked at the ladies and said, "My beautiful queens, you have suffered too much in the hands of low-vibration, broke men. Why should you use your money to buy eyelashes? A real man is a financial provider. If a man cannot credit your account with a maintenance allowance of at least 200,000 naira monthly, he is not a partner. He is a spiritual parasite." He gave the ladies their own rule book. Never agree to meet a man at a local restaurant. If it's not a 5-star hotel, tell him your skin is allergic to cheap air conditioning. If he asks you, "What do you bring to the table?" tell him in the eye and say, "I am the table." My sister, the ladies went wild. They were screaming, "Preach, Dr. Smart, speak the truth." They actually believed this man, not knowing that the low vibration men they were trying to avoid were downstairs in the same building, learning how to buy 0 naira roasted corn for their dates. To crown his success, JSmart decided to organize the ultimate event, the Premium Speed Dating and Destiny Match Mixer. He charged both sides a premium entity fee to attend. His plan was to match his alpha males with his soft life goddess. It was a recipe for an absolute nuclear disaster. The event started. A guy named Jude was JSmart's top student from the Alpha Vanguard, sat down across from Linda, a graduate of the soft life goddess circle. Jude wanted to show his alpha dominance, so he didn't even say hello. He just looked at Linda and said, "Your makeup is nice, but I hope you know that true beauty is internal. I do not fund cosmetic illusions." Linda's eye turned red. She adjusted her wig, looked at Jude with deep disgust, and fired back, "Excuse me, if you cannot afford to maintain this luxury face, please pack your low vibration body and leave this table. A real man pays for my presence." Jude sneered, "I cannot pay for a table that has no intellectual entity. If you are hungry, embrace the detox." Linda stood up, completely furious, and shouted, "Wait a minute, that detox line, did you get that from Dr. Smart's lecture?" Jude's jaw dropped. "Wait, low vibration? Did you get that from Dr. Smart too?" The secret was out. Within 2 minutes, the entire hall realized that JSmart had trained the men to be stingy, trained the women to be highly expensive, and brought them together to fight. One of the guys shouted, "This guy scammed us. He collected 15,000 naira from me to teach me how to drink water on a date." A lady screamed, "He collected 35,000 naira from me to teach me how to say I am the table." The crowd turned into an angry mob. They didn't even look at each other anymore. All eyes went on Dr. Smart. JSmart took one look at the incoming storm, dropped his red rose, took off in his designer eyeglasses, and sprinted toward the back door like a professional athlete. Behind him, 50 angry alpha males and 50 furious soft life goddesses were chasing him down the street, shouting, "Dr. Smart, give us our money back." But as usual, JSmart managed to dive into a moving danfo bus and escaped by the whiskers. Oh, what a disaster. But wait, did this stop him? Absolutely not. Now that his relationship empire has collapsed in a wave of slaps and angry tweets, JSmart realized there is only one place in Nigeria where you can scam people openly and they will still vote for you. Politics. My country people, welcome back. If you thought JSmart's relationship scam was bad, wait until you see him enter Nigeria politics. You know what they say, when a professional liar meets a professional politician, it is a spiritual marriage made in heaven. After escaping the angry dating mob, JSmart realized that the public was getting too smart for his small-scale street scams. He needed a client with two specific things: too much money and zero brains. Enter Chief Honorable Olowo. Chief Olowo was a veteran politician who wanted to run for chairman of the local government. He had billions of naira in his bank account, but his charisma was completely dead. When Chief Olowo spoke, even the microphones would start sleeping. His PR team was desperate. JSmart walked into Chief's mansion, adjusted his white abada, and introduced himself as a macro politician brand alchemist and generational voter synergizer. Chief Olowo looked at him and said in a heavy, sleepy voice, "My friend, the young people in this local government do not want to vote for me. They say I am too old and I don't have vibes. What can you do?" JSmart smiled, tapped his chest, and said, "Chief, do not worry. Vibes is my middle name. I will not just write your speeches. I will intellectually recalibrate your campaign. We will turn your old age into vintage wisdom and your lack of charisma into executive silence. My consulting fee is just 5 million naira." Chief Olowo didn't even blink. He ordered his assistant to transfer the money immediately. Just like that, JSmart was back in the millions. Now, JSmart had a major problem. Chief Olowo did not want to spend his money on actual campaign promises like fixing roads, building schools, or providing electricity. So JSmart said, "No problem, Chief. Why promise them physical electricity when we can promise them intellectual illumination?" He sat down and wrote a campaign manifesto that was 100% pure motivational speaking. If the community representatives come to ask, "Chief, what is your plan for the dirty, muddy roads in our markets?" JSmart coached the chief to reply, "My people, mud is just a liquid transition of soil. We will not just tar your roads. We will asphalt your cognitive pathways. We are bringing an infrastructure of the mind." If the youth asked, "Honorable, we don't have clean water to drink," Chief Olowo would read JSmart's script. "Water is a basic chemical element, but what you truly need is a liquid mindset. Under my administration, your thirst will be synergistically transitioned into a flowing river of financial breakthrough." My sister, the villagers would stand there, completely confused, scratching their heads. They didn't understand a single word, but because the grammar was so heavy, they started whispering, "Ha, Chief Olowo has gone to school. His brain is loaded." The speech writing scam was working perfectly, but JSmart didn't stop at the speeches. He told Chief Olowo, "Chief, to capture the Gen Z's voters, you must show them you have steez. You must dance on TikTok." Imagine a 68-year-old chief trying to do trendy street dances. JSmart set up his ring light and started coaching him. "Okay, Chief, when the beat drops, you do the leg work, then you slide, then you do the no-kiss hand gesture. Oh yeah, let's go." Chief Olowo started jumping up and down like a sack of potatoes. Sweat was pouring from his face, but JSmart was shouting, "Yes, Chief, beautiful. This tease is dripping. You are radiating your youthfulness." They recorded a video and posted it online with the caption, "Chief Olowo is matching the frequency of the youth. My people." The video went viral instantly, but for all the wrong reasons. The comment section was a complete war zone. One user wrote, "Who is this grandfather trying to do legwork? Please go and rest." Another wrote, "This is not steez. This is a medical emergency." But JSmart convinced the chief that the negative comments were just engagement algorithm. He told him, "Chief, they are talking about you. In the political marketing, negative vibration is still vibration. We are winning." The climax of the campaign arrived. It was the grand finale rally at the local stadium. Over 10,000 people were in attendance, waiting to hear the chief's master plan. Chief Olowo marched to the stage, wearing his custom-made campaign cap. He looked at the massive crowd and got completely struck by stage fright. His brain went blank. He forgot everything JSmart taught him. Desperate, he pulled out one of the secret coaching notes JSmart had printed out for him and started reading them directly into the microphone. But Chief Olowo's eyesight was bad, and he didn't realize that JSmart had written personal instructions on the paper in red ink. The chief adjusted his glasses and screamed into the microphone, "My great people, I am here to tell you that..." He paused for the dramatic effect. Look at the crowd with fake tears in his eyes. The crowd went silent. JSmart in the background grabbed his head. Oh no, he is reading the brackets. Chief Olowo continued reading loudly. "I know you are suffering from acute motivational deficiency, but do not worry, because..." In brackets, now point your finger to the sky and shout, "I am the solution." Closed brackets. Yes, my people, I am the solution. In brackets, if they do not clap, tell the drummer to start playing. Closed brackets. The stadium went dead silent. The drummer was just staring at him. Chief Olowo got angry and shouted into the mic, "Drummer, I said if they do not clap, tell the drummer to start playing. Why are you not playing?" JSmart, you wrote it here. Why is the drummer not playing? Hey, Bege. The chief has exposed the entire script. The crowd realized that the politician's charismatic wisdom was just a motivational acting class. A young man in the crowd shouted, "So you don't even have any plans for our water? You are just reading a script from that fake JSmart guy." Suddenly, sachets of water bags started flying from the crowd like rockets. Splash! One hit the chief's cap. Bam! Another hit his stomach. The security team rushed the chief off the stage, but the angry youth turned their attention to the VIP section. Where is the motivational liar? Where is JSmart? But JSmart is a master of escape. He had already stolen a security guard's reflective jacket, blended into the fleeing crowd, and sprinted out of the stadium before the first pure water bag could even land. Oh, what a political disaster. Chief Olowo's political career was dead, but JSmart's pocket was still heavy with 5 million naira fee. But my people, the law has ears, and the government is watching. Now that JSmart has scammed politicians, market women, and corporate Lagos, the ultimate agency of judgment is finally coming for him, the EFCC. Get ready for Chapter 6, the final showdown. This is where JSmart meets his match, and you won't believe he tries to motivate his way out of jail cell. Keep watching. My people, welcome to the final bus stop. They say 20 days for the thief, but 1 day for the owner of the house. After JSmart collected Chief Olowo's 5 million naira and ran, he thought he was untouchable. He rented a luxury service apartment in Lekki, started drinking green tea, and bought a small white puppy to look like an international businessman. But you see, in this Lagos, if you run too fast, the ground will eventually find your legs. On a quiet Tuesday morning, JSmart was on his balcony, inhaling what he called the oxygen of prosperity. Suddenly, bam! His front door flew off the hinges. Enter EFCC, the boys in the bright red vests. The head officer pointed a finger at him. Chidi, JSmart, you are under arrest for financial fraud, unauthorized currency minting with your fake smart coin, and operating a spiritual scam network. My sister, any normal human being would have fainted or started crying for their mother. But JSmart, he said, "Officer, please, lower your vocal projection. What you call fraud is simply a macroeconomic paradigm shift. I am not a criminal. I am a sovereign wealth alchemist. You are arresting the future of African technology. The officers didn't even reply. He just brought out the handcuffs. As they clicked the metal onto JSmart's wrists, JSmart looked at the cuffs and smiled. Aha, look at the steel. This is not a restriction, officer. This is just a physical manifestation of a temporary liquidity freeze. I will motivate my way out of this. They threw JSmart into Cell 4 at the EFCC headquarters. Now, Cell 4 was notorious. It was filled with hardened suspect cyber criminals, oil bunkers, and land grabbers. The moment JSmart entered, the biggest guy in the cell, a giant named Iron Bar, stood up and looked at him. Who be this corporate target? What did you bring for us? JSmart looked at the Iron Bar's massive chest, took a deep breath, and realized his life was on the line. He couldn't run this time. He had to use his ultimate weapon, the sweet mouth. He stood on top of a yellow plastic bucket, cleared his throat, and began. Brothers, comrades in financial struggle, look at this cell. You think you are locked up? No. This jail cell is not physical. It is a cognitive construct. The gate is locked, yes, but is your mind locked? You are not inmates. You are currently on a strategic cooperative sabbatical. Iron Bar blinked. Sabbatical? What is this one? JSmart pointed at him. It means you are resting your brains so you can relaunch with high-level efficiency. Iron Bar, they say you are a land grabber, but I see a real estate acquisition specialist. You, cyber boy in the corner, you are not a fraudster. You are an unofficial cross-border fintech consultant. My people, the atmosphere in the cell changed instantly. The boy started shouting, Ha! Say it again, teacher. Yes, cross-border consultant. That is me. Within 2 hours, JSmart had organized the Cell 4 Executive Business Summit. He was teaching the suspects how to write corporate business proposals for when they get out. Iron Bar was touched. He gave JSmart his own mattress and started shielding him from the mosquitoes. JSmart had converted a jail cell into a premium leadership academy. The next day, JSmart was brought into the interrogation room to meet the lead persecutor, a no-nonsense woman named Mrs. Adebayo. She had a file full of complaints from the market women, the interns, and Chief Olowo. She slammed the file on the table. Mr. Chidi, we have enough evidence to put you away for 10 years. What do you have to say for yourself? JSmart leaned forward, smiled warmly, and said, Mrs. Adebayo, I see a woman of immense power, but I also see a woman who is intellectually underutilized. You are working 14 hours a day chasing small-time visionaries like me, while your true potential is suffocating under government bureaucracy. Mrs. Adebayo frowned. Don't try to sweet-talk me, young man. JSmart continued, his voice dropping into a confidential whisper. I'm serious. With your legal brain and my motivational marketing, we can charge blue-chip companies 50 million per session to teach them how to avoid legal pitfalls. Why persecute when we can partner? Look at her. Even the government persecutor is falling for JSmart's charm. The guy is so dangerous. He was literally negotiating a business partnership with the woman trying to jail him. By the end of the meeting, Mrs. Adebayo didn't sign his charge sheet. Instead, she slipped her personal phone number across the table and whispered, Send me the business proposal on WhatsApp tonight. I will talk to the director about deferred prosecution due to lack of public interest. My country people, JSmart has successfully motivated the law to look the other way. The man is magician. 2 weeks later, the gates of EFCC headquarters opened, and JSmart walked out as a free man. He didn't look remorseful. He didn't look scared. In fact, he looked shinier than ever. He immediately went into social media pages and deleted all his old videos about crypto, relationships, and politics. He posted a brand new video with a caption that shook the internet. My global family, the dark forces tried to silence my vibration. They locked my body, but they could not lock my mind. I have just returned from a 14-day high-level governmental retreat inside federal correction facilities. While inside, I successfully restructured the cognitive mindset of the nation's most dangerous element. I have documented my survivor secrets in my new masterclass, The Jailbreak Mindset, How to Subvert Any Restriction. Register now for only 50,000 naira. My sister, the registration were flying in like crazy. People actually paid. The market women, the corporate interns, even Chief Olowo bought the course to see how we did it. And that, my beloved country people, is the story of Chidi, the village boy who became JSmart. He scammed the village, he scammed the cooperative world, he scammed the tech bros, he scammed the lovers, he scammed the politicians, and he motivated his way out of cell. What is the moral of this entire 1 hour epic? In this life, if your confidence is high enough and your English is big enough, even the people holding your handcuffs will ask for your business advice. Thank you for staying with us throughout the entire journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more premium gist. And remember, if you are sleeping 8 hours a day, you are still a criminal. Keep grinding. Bye-bye.